My boyfriend called me at 6:14 in the morning, voice tight, asking if I could say he was at my place last night. He said it so casually, like we were just swapping errands, not covering up a lie. The thing is, I already knew what he was hiding, because hours before, I was tangled in bed with the woman he swore was just a co-worker. She showed up at my door soaked from the rain, rambling about how he was suffocating her with attention, and one thing led to another. I never planned for any of it, but the way she looked at me made every decision feel like gravity. When he asked me to be his alibi, I let the silence stretch out just enough for him to get nervous. I could practically feel his pulse through the phone. What he didn't know was that I could still smell her perfume on my sheets, that her lipstick was smudged on my pillow, that my hands were shaking for a reason he'd never guess. I wanted to scream at him, ask how long he'd been lying, how many times he'd needed an alibi before. Instead, I just asked who was accusing him, pretending like I was in on his dirty little secret. He hesitated before saying her name, like it was poison. The same name I'd moaned the night before. In that moment, it felt like the whole world was made of glass, ready to shatter with the wrong word. He started spinning a story about office rumors, her jealousy, how she'd make up anything to start drama. I let him talk, listening to the panic in his voice, realizing he had no idea I was the one thing he couldn't predict. The twist? I didn't cover for him. I told him I hadn't seen him, then hung up and stared at my ceiling, replaying every second of the last 12 hours. I wasn't sure if I was more disgusted with him for lying, or with myself for falling for the one person who could break us both. The secret wasn't just that we'd all betrayed each other, it was that I didn't feel guilty. I felt alive.